Hello, everyone. For those who don't know who I am, my name is Joey. For those who do, my name is still Joey. We have read through the first two chapters of Job, and we're going to continue with the third chapter of Job today. It looks like it might be a little longer, though granted, at the same time, it looks rather quick. It looks like it's written in like a poem kind of way, so we'll see how quick it goes. Maybe it's a prayer, maybe it's something else. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see. So, for a little catch up, the first chapter was about how Job lost his oxen, his sheep, and his camels, as well as his family. And those were very dear to his heart, and he turns to God and worships and praises him, saying, God gives, and God will take away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. And then Satan comes back again and makes him really sick. But we know he's not going to die because God told him to spare his life, not to kill him. And we see that Job has some friends that come and empathize with him, sympathize with him, and his wife questioning him why he doesn't curse God out. And in all of this, Job still hasn't sworn to God or anything. And from the looks of it, this is all Job saying something to God in Job chapter 3. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Job chapter 3, Job laments his birth. After this, Job opened his mouth and cursed the day of his birth. And Job said, Let the day perish on which I was born, and the night that said, A man is conceived, let that day be darkness. May God above not seek it, nor light shine upon it. Let gloom and deep darkness claim it. Let clouds dwell upon it. Let the blackness of the day terrify it. That night let thick darkness seize it. That night let thick darkness seize it. Let it not rejoice among the days of the year. Let it not come into the number of the months. Behold, let that night be barren. Let no joyful cry enter it. Let those curse it who curse the day, who are ready to ruse up Leviathan. Let the stars of its dawn be dark. Let it hope for light, but have none, nor see the eyelids of the morning, because it did not shut the doors of my mother's womb, nor hide trouble from my eyes. Why did I not die at birth, come out from the womb and expire? Why did the knees receive me, or why the breasts that I should nurse? For when I would have lain down and been quiet, I would have slept. Then I would have been at rest with kings and counselors of the earth, who rebuilt ruins for themselves, or with princes who had gold, who filled their houses with silver. Or why was I not as a hidden stillborn child, as infants who never see the light? There the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary are at rest. There the prisoners are at cease together. They hear not the voice of the taskmaster. The small and the great are there, and the slave is free from his master. Why is light given to him who is in misery, and life to the bitter in soul, who long for death, but it comes not, and dig for it more than for hidden treasures, who rejoice exceedingly, and are glad when they find the grave? Why is light given to a man whose ways hidden from God, whom God has hedged in? For sighing comes instead of my bread, and my groanings are poured out like water. For the thing that I fear comes upon me, and what I dread befalls me. I am not at ease, nor am I quiet. I have no rest, but trouble comes. this goes into like the first like 10 verses, even more, going into the first 12 verses. Job is questioning his life. He's questioning why he was born, which throws me in a loop a little bit. I wasn't expecting this. Job questioning his life and questioning life from when he, no, Job questioning why he was born, which sounds pretty depressing, and he gets into it. Like, let no joyful cry enter it. Like, that's dark. Let the stars of its dawn be dark. Let it hope for light but have none. This is dark. Job is going through it right now, and I feel like we all can relate to that a little bit. We all go through it, and there's times where we question things of our life, whether that was why we were born, or it would have been easier this way. And he's just going through it. And then he goes through verses 13 through 19, saying that life would have been easier, life would have been better. Like, it must have been like either why was he born this way, or why was he born at all, which I think it's now more of why he was born that way instead of a different way, because he thinks things would have been easier, would have been better for him. He wouldn't be in this circumstance. And then he gets into would life have been easier? And then the rest of this, verses 20 through 26, he's questioning why do bad things happen to those in the lights, to those who are of God. Why do bad things happen to those of God? It's a big question. I mean, you hear that all the time now. If God's so good, why do bad things happen to people who are of God, or of just in general? And clearly this has been a question for years upon years. Like, this was the Old Testament. This is way before Jesus' time. And Job is questioning, why do bad things happen to those of God? Like, he's going through right now. And I feel like a lot of us, whether you are a believer in Christ or not, go through these kind of things, go through those testimonies. And it really depends on who you rely on once during that time, if it's God or other worldly things. And it's just, this is a whole lot darker than I thought this chapter was going to be. I thought we were going to get a little bit more of like, Job is still praising God, Job is still doing this, but after 7 days and nights of being with his friends, he just let this out. Oh, excuse me, sorry. He just lets this out, and he just sounds lost. He sounds confused. He doesn't know where to go and why God hasn't ended his life yet, why God hasn't taken him away yet, but everything else. And you can also look at this, the first chapter, as a way of like, we read in James that worldly things do not come with us. only our spirits, as well as in Romans, that only our spirit goes to God. Earthly, worldly things do not follow us, and you could see the first chapter of Job being like, well, this is what it's gonna be like. You pass away and you're gonna lose all this stuff. Do you like? And Satan being like, do you really want to lose all this stuff, or do you want to like you want to come with me? You want all your stuff once you pass away? And Satan is a master in deception, and so he will do those things to try to make you turn on God and make you try to worship him instead of God. And it's a matter of importance that we do not turn to Satan and that we keep our eyes on God. Um, this third chapter, like I've said many times, very dark. Job is lost, and I can feel I feel for him. I haven't had this happen. I don't have 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, and 500 oxen, nor do I have any children. So I have no idea where he's at. But I know what it's like to have lost something that was deeply important to me, and I was just lost and I didn't know what was going on. So, not that it's as big as his, but it's still in the same boat. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, the fourth chapter says Eliphaz speaks, the innocent prosper. So, and that's going to be for tomorrow. So maybe Epithaz? Maybe Eliphaz has something for Job, is going to say something that we'll read tomorrow and get a answer or understanding of. Thank you all so much for reading along with me or following with me, as well as watching the video. Feel free to share this among people. I saw the other day on Snap that that there was almost 150 people who saw the story on my Snap, and I was amazed. I was actually very, very happy because that just made me feel like I'm reaching out to people, or at least people are seeing it and are sharing it with other people, because there's no way I have that many friends, that many people on my Snap that see the stories. But the whole point of those stories is to get these videos out there, the YouTube videos, so that everyone can learn about God and uh, follow along in Bible study if they're struggling to find a place to follow along. Yeah. Again, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you all have a great day, and happy Mother's Day for those who have mothers or have a mother-like relationship with someone. It's very important that we give a day to our mothers, because what they do for us is beyond imaginable. So, yeah, happy Mother's Day.